Everybody, Josie here, and today I will be talking about the La La Land Blu Ray, which was just released today. Now, La La Land is a story about these two lovers played by Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. And Ryan Gosling's character has dreams of opening a jazz club. He's really into jazz, and he's kind of bummed out the way jazz is pretty much endangered of dying out. And then Emma Stone, she's an aspiring actress. She works in a studio a lot. Like making she's a barista, and then after work she's always going to auditions, and she's just waiting for her big break. And these two eventually meet, and they do fall in love, and the story is just basically them and their relationship and how they're trying to motivate each other to following their dreams. And it really is a simple story, but the thing about movies, it's not always about the complexity of the story, but how you tell it and the characters involved. And Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone, this is their third movie together, I believe, and they're just oozing with chemistry. They have an on-screen presence, and it's just like brilliant to watch because you do believe these guys are falling in love, and you do believe their romance. And I feel like if they had gotten different actors, that that magic, that on-screen magic that you see between them, it might not be there. So I think they hit the jackpot, having both of them in this movie. Now it is a musical, so if you're not into musicals, then you know don't bother picking this up because it's a musical basically. And what I like about this is that it has the aesthetic of something from like the 50s or even like the 40s or 60s, but it's in contemporary times. Some scenes you're watching and you feel like it is a period piece of from the 50s, but then you see the cars, they have a Prius in there, a Mini Cooper, and you realize no, this is present day. And that sort of stuff is really cool. The cinematography is gorgeous. It did win an Oscar for cinematography, and it won like five other awards, which I don't not recall at the moment. But I know cinematography was one of them, and it's well deserved because everything is just colorful, and it takes place in Los Angeles. And if you're from LA like me, I know pretty much all the landmarks that are shown in the movie. And it's really great because it paints LA in this like beautiful as a beautiful city, even though for us who live here, it could be shitty sometimes. Especially like the LA traffic and just the smog in downtown. It's just it could be done to look ugly, but the way it's presented here is it looks beautiful, especially in like the wide shots. You get some cool landmarks like the Griffith Observatory. Then you get the Santa Monica Pier, which is it's all like I said, it's they're places I know, and it's great to see on film. The music itself, I think it's great. Now, Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling, they don't have like huge vocal range, but the movie and the composition of the music, it fits within their range, so that it's not jarring because they're not trying to reach notes that they can't hit. Everything is done within their range. It's all done very well. The dance numbers, most of them are very small and simple waltz sort of dances, and there's only like two big dance numbers, and that's the one in the beginning, which is the opening shot and the opening scene, which I think it's probably one of my favorite musical numbers that I've seen in a long time. It's done in the freeway in Los Angeles. You have LA in the backdrop, and it's amazing to watch. And especially when you start watching the bonus features and the commentary, and they're describing it, because they shut down the freeway for 3 days to shoot that. And if you know LA, you know how bad traffic is, and I'm pretty sure whoever had to drive in those 3 days had a very bad time because traffic gets bad here. As for and yeah, so the music is good. There's like this theme that plays throughout the movie, which is like a simple piano theme that Ryan Gosling's character wrote, and it's really calm and soothing, and it's a beautiful piece of music that you could that you actually want to just listen to that song like on your and you want to put your earphones in and just listen to it because it is a very nice song. And yeah, so like I said, it's a musical. You don't like musicals, you're not gonna like this. But I think if you appreciate a cinema and movies and like a different take on old how you can make an old style movie in contemporary times, I think you might find enjoyment in this even if you're not necessarily a musical fan because they use a lot of old Hollywood tricks mixed in with new ones, and it just gels perfectly. The Blu-ray itself is very bare bones. The featurettes that are in here, there aren't that many, but they are interesting. Like I said, they go in depth to the how they designed the whole opening number with the freeway and stuff, and that's very interesting. Then you get another one about how Ryan Gosling actually learned how to play the piano. He trained for like 3 months. So all the scenes with him playing and all the close up of his hands, they're actually him. You know, in movies with that revolve around piano players, usually they have like a hand double for like close up of the hands. But in this movie, it's actually him, and you know it's him because you get the close up of the hands, and then it pans out where if it was a hand double, you'll probably cut and then have the different angle on his face. But since it is him playing, they could just pan the camera out and then focus on his face and then go back to his hands whenever they feel like it. And they actually had a double for the piano scenes on set, but basically after the second day of shooting, they pretty much fired him because they had no need for him, which I find that sort of stuff fascinating to hear. Um, he also talks about there's another featurette on how he wrote this movie. It's like a passion project, and he talks how he basically this is the same director who made Whiplash, and he says that he only made Whiplash so he could get like someone to make this movie. So if you've seen Whiplash, it's a great movie, and the fact that he only made it so he gets some credibility and people could finance this movie, it's amazing. I think that's amazing. Yeah. Other than that, that's pretty much it for the bonus features. The main draw to me for this was audio commentary, just so you get some background information on stuff, and it's the director and the composer. So you're they're probably the most important people to have on a commentary like this because you're hearing the person who wrote the music and pretty much the thought process on that and the director. So I think it's a great movie. It's a great Blu-ray. Like I said, I got the Steelbook edition at Best Buy. I actually managed to get the last one at my Best Buy. So if you're looking forward to this copy on Steelbook, I you might want to check if they still have it. I doubt it, but definitely watch this movie. I think it's a great movie. If you do not like musicals, then you might want to skip it. But if you do enjoy like the technical side of filmmaking, uh, watching how someone could take like old tricks, making them new again, then you might want to consider this even if you don't like musicals, because I think there's a lot to enjoy about this movie. So yeah, that's it for La La Land. Hope you guys like my review. Leave comments and suggestions because I'm still trying to get a handle on how to do all this. But yeah, I look forward to the feedback and let me know if you guys watched the movie and what you guys think. All right, and yeah, thank you for watching and see you next time.